Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Play World of Warcraft Undergeared. I am currently doing a heroic as a Resto Shaman, current item level 339. What I like to recommend for healing as a Undergeared Shaman is what I like to call mana efficiency rotation. Mana efficiency rotation includes of Healing Wave, Greater Healing Wave, and Riptide, as these have a 100% chance when crit due to improved water shield to restore your mana. The reason why I recommend these mana efficient spells is because even if the tank prematurely pulls an ad while you as the healer are not ready or low on mana, you are still able to heal everybody with the proper crit rating and regain your mana efficiently. Chain Heal is another shaman healing spell that is considered very useful. The problem is most people rely on the spell too much at lower levels, therefore draining themselves of mana. Chain Heal should consider to be more used as when the group or raid is more closer together, and therefore Chain Heal can hit the proper amount of people versus everyone spreading out and you're only hitting one. Another wonderful help to your heals is unleash the elements while you have earth-living weapon on. It will increase the effectiveness of your next heal by 30%. Some of you watching might be concerned about the spell known as Riptide. This is a very useful healing over time spell the shamans gain. Also, you can use it to overcharge your chain heal. I personally recommend waiting until the Riptide is closer to the end of its duration before using a chain heal. Another thing is, make sure to have the glitch that increases the time on your Riptide by 40%. Another useful tip with Riptide is once you have a much higher increased duration of it, I recommend trying to keep it on a minimum of 2 people at a time. A huge benefit to Riptide is once you cast it, your Healing Wave and your Greater Healing Wave spells are much faster. Onto the subject of totems. Totems should be placed for maximum benefit of the group. Healing Rain is another mass AoE healing spell. This should try to be used to a minimum of when it benefits all party members or at least 5 or more of the raid group. Small Confined Space. Excellent use for a chain heal. Another popular concern would probably be Mana Tide Totem. When would be the appropriate time to use Mana Totem? In my experience, it would probably be best to use Mana Totem when you, the shaman, or various other healers, are closer to 50% of their total mana. Place the totem to restore a minimum of 16% of your mana depending on your spirit. By the time the cooldown is ready, you will be at a lower mana pool, and therefore you will have maximized the mana gain from the Mana Tide Totem. Also, the Resto Shaman is not limited to assistance with crowd controlling, rather hexing humanoids or animals. Now allow me to get to the part I'm sure most of you are most eager about, the stats. The 3 most important stats I would like to discuss are haste, critical strike chance, and mastery. I cannot emphasize crit rating enough. For low-level efficient mana healing using the 3 spells of Healing Wave, Greater Healing Wave, and Riptide, a good crit rating will make sure you are getting mana back. If you are having trouble increasing crit rating, it might not be a bad idea to see if you could get a Fury Warrior, an Elemental Shaman, or a Hunter with a canine pet who has the additional 5% to crit rating. Or crit chance, pardon me. This would greatly increases your mana efficiency. Another excellent emphasis point from the stats is haste. Haste allows you to get out your heals much quicker, and as a mana efficient lower geared shaman, getting your heals out as quickly as possible to regain the most mana is key. Which brings us to our final stat of concern, mastery rating. Mastery rating increases our healing to a target based on X% of their total health, meaning the less health a target has, the stronger the heal. Most common concerns for newer and undergeared Resto Shamans is when to use Nature Swiftness, Spirit Link Totem, and Spirit Walker's Grace. Nature Swiftness allows you to cast any spell whose cast time is under 10 seconds. This would best be used for a Greater Healing Wave or Healing Rain, since they are the longest casting spell time without bonuses. Spirit Link Totem allows you to cause an attack or sets of attack to be equally divided between various group members or raid members within the circle of the totem. The other spell is Spirit Walker's Grace. This allows you to run around and heal or DPS, which is excellent for when you had to move to avoid damage, or, as I am currently doing, angering the enemy faction. Drumroll please, the most important part, the spec. I would advise maxing out Tidal Focus and Spark of Life, followed by Resurgence or Improved Water Shield, and then Tomatic Focus, which reduces the mana cost of your totem. Next we'll do Ancestral Healing, Nature Swiftness, and Nature's Blessing. In my opinion, Improved Cleanse Spirit is a must. It allows you to remove a magic effect. Also, Clearing Waters, which reduces the chance that your Cleanse Spirit will fail, will now also heal the target. Complete that row by finishing Smoothing Rains, then Spirit Link Totem, Mana Tide Totem, and Ancestral Awakening. This is very important to the efficiency of your healings with the crit and mana efficiency. Maximize your Tidal Waves, which after you cast Chain Heal or Riptide, reduces the cast time of Healing Wave and Greater Healing Wave. Then Blessing of the Elements, which grants additional chance to cast your Earth Living on individuals with less than 35% of their total health. And finally, my personal favorite spell, Riptide. The last 9 points are usually up for debate depending on who you like to speak to. For the strategy of which I propose, I recommend taking Acuity, which increases your critical strike chance with all spells, followed by Elemental Weapon, which will increase the passive bonus of Flame Tongue, Earth Living Weapon, and other various self-weapon enchantments. Another huge assistance will be Improved Shields, increases the damage done by a lightning shield, but most importantly, the amount gained by water shield and healed by earth shield. I currently have 1 point left over. Some would probably suggest removing it from Spirit Link Totem and putting 2 into Ancestral Swiftness. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Ancestral Swiftness because I have yet to encounter at lower and even at higher that you need to turn into a ghost wolf and run around like crazy if you're going to PvE. If you're going to PvP, heck yeah, you want it. So with my final point, I'll simply add it to Tomatic Reach to increase the range of my totems by 15%. Therefore, when you have crazy people running around like chickens with their head cut off, at least you know they're being held by your totems. One heal I forgot to mention during the making of this video was Healing Surge. Healing Surge is a faster heal, probably one of the fastest, and it also regains your mana if it critically strikes. Not as much mana as Healing Wave and Greater Healing Wave, but Healing Surge should kind of be used as a oh dear, this is going to get deep. I personally think Healing Surge is more of a mana dump than an efficiency, which is why I recommend using Riptide, Healing Wave, and Greater Healing Wave. How about a quick discussion on add-ons that can help you with healing? 3 of them that I'm aware of that people recommend are Healbot, Voodoo, and Decursive. Personally, Decursive is the only one I use because this allows me to see who is affected by a negative effect and if I can remove it. Thank you for watching Let's Play World of Warcraft Undergeared Resto Shaman. I am R.I. Taylor and I made this video to help out my fellow shamans. I've been a Resto Shaman for over 4 years and I enjoy teaching people how to play my favorite class. I hope you found this video educational and helpful. Thank you.